Heaven's Journey to Life. Consumerism starts in the womb of the mother. Day 23. In this post, we're continuing with how we've created and programmed ourselves instead of living ourselves into and as energy-consuming systems and machines as the mind, with the awareness of ourselves as energy that developed and evolved into consciousness from the unconscious, negative energy, subconscious, neutral energy, and conscious mind, positive energy, with the entire nature of and as ourselves manifested within competition for the interest of self-reward through energy consumption within ourselves of and as substance, physicality, and without as ourselves as this physical existence and world system. In this post, we're more specifically going to have a look at the parent-child relationship within the principle of our equal and one responsibility as all children, as all parents as ourselves, that we've accepted and allowed to be and become and exist as ourselves, and within that, our equal and one responsibility for the nature of this physical existence and world system that we've accepted and allowed ourselves to be birthed into and trained and educated and guided into as the preparation of competing for our survival as energy-consuming systems and machines as minds, instead of living and being birthed into an existence of and as equality and oneness, where life is lived. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to manifest the family system and groupings that I would be born into with a parent-child relationship within such systems and groupings, where the nature of the family system and groupings stand within the ways and means and methods I, as a child birthed into this physical existence and world system, would be accordingly prepared, trained, and educated to manifest me into and as a self-rewarding, energy-consuming system as a mind with the nature of competition and survival, developing my conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind as my starting point, of and as me as friction and conflict as negative energy experience, unconscious mind, and physical behavior, to accumulate my neutral, subconscious mind personalities and definition of and as only me, and positive energy experiences, conscious mind pursuit of happiness, for me to get, extract, and have the more of and as me as positive energy experience. In this design and programming of and as me as the mind, manifesting me as a system for survival for energy within me, preparing myself from childhood to compete for energy within myself for my self-reward and success as positive energy experience, to prepare me for adulthood to compete for money for my survival as my self-reward and success as accumulation of money. In this process, consuming substance and physicality for my mind to transform into and as energy, consuming from and of this physical existence for me to accumulate money, from and of the world system of money, that consume from and of this physical existence in transforming physicality into money. And so become an equal and one individual within this existence that consume itself and all to death, instead of me being the future of this existence, that birth as life and gift life to all within and as equality and oneness. I have become a reaper of war, that accept and allow wars within myself and this existence, as I have enslaved me as all as me into and as the fight and war of survival, as consuming and extracting substance and physicality for our own survival of and as energy within and money without, through friction and conflict as competition. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how, in my very physical development in the womb and physical body of the mother, I start the process of extracting and taking from and of the physicality of the female physical body for me to develop, manifest, create my physical body, taking and extracting from the very substance, sustenance, nutrients, and fabric of and as the female's physical body as I develop and manifest and create my physical body, equal to and one with my development, manifestation, and creation of and as me within and as the manifested singularity that manifested from friction and conflict as negative energy experience, as I separated me into and as of manifested singularity from going into conflict and friction against the whole as me, as my physical body developed and manifest and create within and as the womb of the female's physical body, the relationship that manifests as my physical body from and of the physical body of and as the female, stand within the equal and one nature of developing and manifesting and creating through friction and conflict as negative energy experience, as I extract and take substance, sustenance, nutrients, and fabric of and as the female's physical body. And so, in this manifesting my very physical relationship and unconscious relationship to and towards the physical body of and as the female, within and as friction and conflict as negative energy experience, that become the initial starting point relationship between the physicals as manifested singularities of and as the female and child. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to create and manifest such a relationship between physical bodies, equal to and one with how I emerged and birthed in the beginning from within of as existence, where instead of me realizing, seeing, and understanding the substance of and as who I am within myself as manifested singularity, as birthed from and of the whole as existence in and as equality and oneness, I interpreted and perceived me as an individual separation from and of the whole, and so manifested the relationship of friction and conflict as separation, as negative energy experience, to and towards the whole as me, as consuming substance for me, as manifested singularity, as energy to exist. In this, I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how, throughout time, with this separation becoming my starting point of and as me, within and as existence, as I emerged and birthed into existence, life after life after life, this has become the physicality of and as my birth and emergence into and as this physical existence as me. With the female body, the representation of existence, birthing and emerging a part of and as itself into and as existence, where instead of that part in manifested singularity, birthing and emerging in and as equality and oneness, where as I develop and manifest and create me as manifested singularity and physical body with and as the whole and female physical body in and as equality and oneness, where I assist and support me with and as the whole and female physical body, as the whole and female physical body assist and support me as a part of and as itself. It has come to where I am given the opportunity to develop, create, and manifest me as a physical body with and within the womb of the mother in equality and oneness. But I don't equally as one assist and support the female's physical body and immediately go into friction and conflict as negative energy experience to and towards the physical of the female for me to develop and create and manifest my physical body for and of and as my own survival as a physical body in and as this physical existence through consuming from and of the female's physical body. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand that I accepted and allowed such a birth and emergence of and as me within and as the womb of the female physical body, with the initial physical relationship and unconscious relationship manifesting within the starting point of and as friction and conflict as negative energy experience, as I extract and take and consume substance and sustenance and nutrients and fabric of and as the female's physical body, based on how I have, throughout time, emerged and birthed into and as existence as a whole, as a manifested singularity in immediate conflict and friction, as negative energy experience to and towards all as me as I consume substance to develop and manifest me within and as my manifested singularity as energy. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how my very initial physical development within and as this physical existence manifested through and as the female's physical body, stand within the nature of consuming the very life and substance and physicality of and as this physical existence, as manifested physical body of and as the female, equal to and one with who I am and have been throughout existence as a manifested singularity that develop and manifest and create itself from and of consuming substance in life, as existence as a whole, for me as a manifested singularity to survive and exist. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how with me developing and creating and manifesting my very physical body as manifested singularity within and as a starting point of and as friction and conflict as negative energy experience, I was manifesting, creating, and developing my unconscious mind as my entire manifested singularity physical body relationship to and towards the whole as me as this physical existence that would stand within the relationship and nature of and as friction and conflict as negative energy experience, equal to and one with how, in the beginning, I developed my unconscious in the emergence of and as me as a manifested singularity, with and as my initial relationship as manifested singularity existing within, and as the nature of the relationship to and towards all and the whole as me, as friction and conflict as negative energy experience. And so my birth and emergence into and as existence in the beginning has become equally as one manifested in the birth and emergence into and as this physical existence, a manifested singularity and physical body in complete separation through friction and conflict as negative energy experience, to and towards existence, this physical existence as a whole. And so, from here, my accepted and allowed relationship in this very existence and physical existence would be me as a part of existence and this physical existence that consume from and of existence this and this physical existence for me as the manifested singularity and physical body to survive and exist as energy manifest. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how who I am as energy develop and manifest and create myself with and as my development and creation manifestation of my physical body within and as the womb of and as the female's physical body. Where as I develop and manifest and create my physical body from and of consuming the very life and substance and physicality of and as the female physical body, I simultaneously within myself develop and create and manifest my who I am as energy through accumulating and manifesting the negative energy experience within and as my who I am from and of the friction and conflict to and towards the physical body of and as the female, transforming that friction and conflict that manifests between the physicals into and as the negative energy experience that I accumulate within and as my who I am, within and as my physical body, development, creation, and manifestation. And so, what I create, develop, and manifest my who I am into and as from the beginning as starting point of and as who I am is negative energy that will become my unconscious mind and physical behavior as I birth and emerge into and as this physical existence when birthing and emerging out of the female's womb. In this, I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how, in my initial development, manifestation, and creation years in and as this physical existence, my physical unconscious relationship to and towards others as me and this physical existence as me stand within and as the physical nature of and as friction and conflict as negative energy experience. As I, in my physical who I am as unconscious mind, as manifested friction and conflict of and as negative energy experience, to and towards others, this physical existence as me, communicate through and as friction and conflict as negative energy experience, as I had limited and diminished my ways and means and methods of communication since the beginning to only be able to communicate within and as who I have become as my communication to and towards all as me, within and as the nature of friction and conflict as negative energy experience. Where, as a child in the initial years within and as this physical existence, I am in fact developing and manifesting, creating my physical behavior as unconscious mind in my relationship to others and this physical existence to develop, create, and manifest my awareness as energy within and as myself as my subconscious and unconscious mind through and as my initial interaction and relationship of and as communication within and as the nature of and as friction and conflict as negative energy experience. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand that what I do as a child in my initial years within this physical existence is through my physical communication as friction and conflict as negative energy experience. Develop, create, and manifest my relationships to and towards others and this physical existence for the most effective and rewarding ways, means, and methods of accumulating negative energy experience to transform into neutral energy experience, to manifest into positive energy experience within and as myself. And this continues into and as my adult years, where in my very physical behavior, interaction, and communication as my unconscious mind stand within and as the nature of and as conflict and friction as negative energy experience to and towards others and this physical existence as me, as my ways, means, and methods of accumulating neutral and positive energy experience within and as myself, from and of the extent of conflict and friction I generate, create, manifest to and towards others and this physical existence as me, that I developed, created, and manifested in my relationship to and towards my family, as my parents trained and prepared and educated into and as me. In the next post, we'll be going into more detail as to how exactly we developed our physical communication and unconscious mind as ourselves in relation to family and parents, how as a child we developed the most effective and rewarding ways and means and methods of deliberately manifesting friction and conflict for negative energy experience, and so positive energy experience to accumulate within ourselves, and how within that our parents accepted and allowed the development of such physical communication and behavior as the unconscious mind. I commit myself to, through writing, self-forgiveness, and self-corrective application, assist and support me to walk through my conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind to get to the core origin and source of how I accepted and allowed myself to develop, create, and manifest my very physical living of and as who I am, as energy, as friction and conflict, as negative energy experience, to and towards myself, others, and this physical existence, to transform who I am into and as a living being in and as equality and oneness with my physical body and this physical existence, so that I stop my accepted and allowed deliberate relationship of consuming substance and physical within myself and this physical existence only for me as energy to survive and exist. In this, I commit myself to, in this correction of and as me and my standing with and as my physical body and this physical existence in and as equality and oneness, stand as a living example for others as me, and especially parents as me, to change and transform first their relationship with themselves as a physical body and this physical existence, to prepare themselves to stand as living examples for and as their children, to assist and support and guide and direct their children equal to and one with how they have assisted, supported themselves, to become individuals that stand equal to and one with themselves, the physical body, and this physical existence. And so, from us and eventually the children, to change and transform the nature of our relationships of ourselves, the physical body, and this physical existence to equality and oneness, living with the physical body and this physical existence, and no more accept and allow the abuse and consumption of substance and physicality in the nature of the relationship of friction and conflict as negative energy experience in developing, creating, manifesting individuals of survival in the nature of self-reward for and as energy that use, abuse, consume physicality in this physical existence through competition and war, but become living beings. In this, I commit myself to implementing and manifesting a world system of money that present the opportunity for parents and children to walk this process of changing and transforming themselves from energy-consuming machines of self-rewarding and interested nature within the starting point of competition, war, and fighting for energy for survival that the current world system is accepting and allowing and promoting to be the way of life. Consumerism within and without, at the cost and expense of our own lives and that of all within and as its physical existence. To a world system of money where each as all have an equal and one life of living and can from here assist and support themselves in developing and manifesting and creating themselves and their children, the children of this world, into self-equality and oneness, equality and oneness with the physical and this physical existence, to so transform this world of war to a world of life. In this, I commit myself to reforming the nature of education in the current world system to education within an equal money system, from the education of competition for survival through consumerism to a self-education and self-living process, educating parents and children on effective self-relationships with themselves, their physicals, and this physical existence, and orienting education and evolution to contributing to the well-being of all of humanity and this physical existence, instead of education and evolutions of systems and technology for profit, greed, and dominion. We recommend to, in conjunction with the blog, Heaven's Journey to Life, invest in the Soul of Money interview series on Equoff, as both the writings and the interviews are in alignment with the walking of how we created, accepted, and allowed our who we are within ourselves, our relationships, this physical existence, and the world system of money, together with providing the practical solutions of assisting and supporting self, to stand with and together in the process of transforming and changing self, and so eventually this world, as it is our own, as all's responsibility in equality and oneness.